Hello, welcome back to the 𝗕𝗿்𝗀𝗃 LFC channel. The lag should sort in a second. It tends to do that. This will be fun, won't it? I can't wait for this video. Liverpool lose 3-2 in the last minute against Bournemouth. Another loss. Oh, I've got the wrong mic on. Oh my, unbelievable. Hello, 1, 2, testing. Why am I lagging? 1, 2, 3. I think we're okay. If I'm lagging, sorry. Liverpool get beat again. This unbeaten run, the almighty unbeaten run, has come to an end. I'm almost glad it has, because it takes off this whole, well, we're a great team because we're unbeaten. Nonsense, mate. My chat is being flooded right now with slot should go, slot out right now, pissed, slot right now. I could cry, someone just said. I agree with you. We are an absolute mess. Masked by these draws. That would have been 5 draws in a row if we held that, but we didn't. Another last-minute goal, another set-piece goal, conceded, bottled it near the end. There are so many, I know I say this all the time, but there are today so many avenues to go down in terms of Liverpool and where we are right now. I want to talk about the characters in this team, because I don't believe there are enough characters. I want to, of course, talk about the manager. Why am I lagging over it? If it lags, just let me know, and then it should correct itself, but if it doesn't, I'll try and sort something out with the hardware. Anislot, the character in the team. I want to talk about the last goal. I want to talk about the first goal. And actually, I want to really scope in on the captain of this football team. Virgil van Dijk, that was awful. That was awful. And the thing is, when people talk about Van Dijk, everyone goes, well, what? You don't rate him? What? How can you not rate Van Dijk and what he's done for us? He won the league for us. I'm not, twice. I'm very aware. Right, let me just sort this out. It's not, someone said it's not lagging. Before I start, just, if you're watching some catch-up, just skip to when I'm talking. If you're in live, just, genuinely, am I lagging or not? Just say yes or no, am I lagging or not, just so we can get it out there. It's a bit choppy, but not laggy. I'm going to have to just keep it, there you go, look, it's lagging now. See, look there. Hold on, bear with me. Sorry, bear with. Hold on. I'm going to try and go through OBS. Hold on. Is that any better? I'll give that a go. If that still doesn't work, then I don't know. Here we go. Start the stream again, pretty much. Right, we've got to talk about Virgil van Dijk. Whenever you talk about Van Dijk in a negative manner, everyone goes like, "You don't rate him." Like, what? How do you not rate Van Dijk? Like, no one has ever mentioned Van Dijk today, in the last hour, in terms of his legacy at Liverpool, him as a leader for Liverpool in history, what he's done for the club, how great he peaked. People are saying Van Dijk is overrated and has been for years because of this one performance. That's nonsense. You're an idiot if you think that. Let's talk about Van Dijk today in this 90 minutes. He was awful. And I've got to say, by the way, that is not the first time he's put in performances like that for Liverpool this season. Not the first time he's made a mistake, leading to a goal, and blamed someone else. I, to an extent, can understand making a mistake. We're only human. And Van Dijk, I think, it's proven this season, he's only human. Van Dijk is not the superhuman player that we all thought, that he was. He absolutely was. He was untouchable, Van Dijk. I just believe now Van Dijk is just a very good centre-back. And that almost is a bad thing. No, it's not. Of course it's not. Van Dijk's one of the best centre-backs in the league. Comfortably. But today he wasn't on it. And it's a rare occurrence from Van Dijk. But my problem is this. When he isn't on it, he points the finger at other players. You cannot keep making mistakes for Liverpool and blaming other players who have just watched you make that mistake. Today, makes a mistake, doesn't clear the ball. Doesn't clear the ball from Alex Scott. I get it. We can all have slip-ups. We're only human. Van Dijk, afterwards, stood there like that fella off TikTok, like Jim Skin. Stood there aura farming, doing the nonchalant gimmick, looking at him. Walking back. Did you see him walking back? Put a tackle in. Win the ball. Simply, don't win it back. Close the man down, put some pressure on the player, and stop acting the bollocks. Because in that moment, you weren't. He doesn't close his man down. And then he points at Gomez and blames Gomez. I couldn't believe what I was watching when it happened. I thought, you are joking. That's not the first time he's done it this year. He's done it with 𝗑𝗏𝗃 as well. Up in arms with 𝗑𝗏𝗃. Do you think that's helping him, really? He's new to the club. Clearly struggling. Clearly a young player struggling to settle into his shoes. And this season, up in arms. Newcastle were the game, wasn't it? It was Newcastle. You need to take some accountability, Virgil van Dijk, as a captain of this football team. What you've done today does not absolutely changed my mind on my opinions of you as a player. Certainly not what you've done for Liverpool. You are a club legend, arguably the best centre-back to ever play for this club, up there with Alan Hansen. But today was awful. And by the way, he scored a goal. He scored a goal. And that performance was terrible. Just wipe that slate clean now. I don't want to bring that up again if I can help it. An absolutely awful performance from the captain today. Even the second goal, he plays him onside. That's an in playing him onside. And if you were giving it the shrug after, whose fault was that? It was you. Take some accountability. The captain of this football team. And I think now we can go into the topic of, have we got bottle? Like, the whole Arne Slot thing is, people get down this rabbit hole of Arne Slot. Oh, what's happening at Liverpool? There must be a problem. Oh, I know it. It's the manager. The manager must be the problem. He's clearly the one that's wrong and responsible for all this, and he needs to go. To an extent, I agree with you. I certainly agree. This manager has so many flaws and is not acting the bollocks right now. Absolutely not. He's getting it wrong, like every week. But I will stand behind Arne Slot here, and for him, I'll back him up in this instance. We did not lose that football game because of Arne Slot today. Let me tell you that for a fact. There are so many individual errors in today's game that for me lost us that game. The lack of character in our team is startling. And people are like, oh, Andy Robertson is going to go. Oh, we'll miss him. No, we'll miss him. Cheers for what you've done. We'll miss him. We'll miss him. Well, yeah, you're telling me. You are telling me. And I know he came on today and we conceded the goal. So it doesn't fit the argument. But my argument would be this. The lack of characters in Liverpool's team, I could count on one hand and put one finger down. Like, it's our big profiles, our leaders, our personalities are meant to be Virgil van Dijk, Alisson Becker, Robertson, Salah. All four of them won the Premier League 2 times. All four of them won the Champions League with us. Not many players in our team know what the Champions League feels like. They all do. They've been managed by an absolute genius in Jurgen Klopp. And I think they are the Jurgen Klopp on the pitch. They're the manager on the pitch. Those four players are meant to be. Well, Salah this season's called out the manager and been very selfish in my opinion. I don't want to go back into that, but in doing so, I think he went about it completely wrong. That's Salah. That's one of our leaders. Robertson's leaving in about 3 days. Van Dijk was awful today, and Alisson's the goalkeeper. Where are the leaders? Where's your Jordan Henderson? Where's your James Milner? It's such an overstated, no one speaks about that. James Milner went to Brighton. Oh, well, cheers for all your service. Henderson went Saudi. Oh, cheers for you. It's like, it was a bigger problem that. It was a bigger gap that left that I don't think filled. We did not fill that hole of the leader in our team. But personally, I think Curtis Jones gives a bit. I think Curtis Jones knows what it takes to win at Liverpool Football Club. Guys, I'm seeing the super chats coming. I'm internally grateful. Eternally grateful. I'm going to just get my thoughts out there and then come to the chat after, as always. I really do appreciate it. I'll come back to you. I think Jones gives a bit. I think he knows what it takes to win at Liverpool. He didn't play today. Dominik Szoboszlai is the nearest, in my eyes right now, this season, the nearest to a leader that we've got in our team. And I'm including the captain in that, by the way. And I'm in no way, shape or form saying Van Dijk should be stripped of captaincy. Oh, he had a bad game. Let's take the captain band off him. You're an idiot. If you think Van Dijk should be stripped of captaincy, you're an idiot. But I will say this, he needs to stop acting the guy. Because when he ain't the guy, you can't act the guy. But Szoboszlai has done everything and more to show, he is the captain without the captain's armband on. He is Declan Rice equivalent at Liverpool, right? Szoboszlai, if it ain't a goal, it's an assist. If it ain't an assist, it's a big moment. It's a big tackle. It's playing the full 90. It's seeing the whole game out. It's doing everything and more to get us over the line. And today, he almost bailed us out again with a goal that ultimately meant nothing. The poor fella, another free kick goal. He just scored one 4 days ago. Van Dijk is that guy. Szoboszlai is that guy. I honestly think you'll get people in the fan base going, do you reckon Szoboszlai could take the captaincy? I reckon people will be starting saying that. It's nonsense. I do think it's nonsense. Van Dijk's had a couple of bad games this year. Today was certainly one. That does not equate to stripping captaincy, in my opinion. This is one of the best captains I've seen at Liverpool in my lifetime. But he's not the best. Jordan Henderson was the best. And I think that idea of we've not replaced Henderson, I think it gets mocked. Because Henderson wasn't a flashy player, and Henderson wasn't a Gravenberch or a McAllister in terms of watching them. And Henderson was a very good passer of the ball, a very, very good pro, right? Henderson wasn't, he would say himself, he wasn't as talented as McAllister or as talented as Szoboszlai, but Henderson gives so much to this team, and I just don't think we replace that leadership, that mindset. that standard. I think the standard. I don't know. Would we have? I mean, this could be crazy. Would that have happened if Henderson was in that team? I think possibly, yeah. By the way, because I mean, how many instances were there under Klopp that we bottled games and we lost from winning positions and we had some big losses? Watford and Burnley. Come on, so you can't say that. But I just think the midfield lacks a bit of bite. It lacks a bit of character, and characters have been. It's been the buzzword for this whole stream. It's true, though, isn't it? Where are they? Are they in the room with us? Because they're not in this room. Salah's got to do more today. Sorry. I think this idea that Salah's like come back from AFCON and it's a bit of a fresh start with Salah, I assume. I think people think that. What can he do now? He's come out a bit, come out the team, out of the limelight a bit, come back in the team. And he kind of slowly came back in, didn't he? I didn't expect him to start against Marseille. Oh, Salah's playing. That was the reaction for everyone. He's looking back in, had a decent game against Marseille. I thought played well. Today we're really bad. He's got to do more today. Salah would have done more 2 years ago, 3 years ago in this game. That's my statement there. And I think his attitude, as someone just pointed out in the comments, Terry, I wasn't a fan of that today. But listen, I've spoken about Van Dijk, I've spoken about Salah. This negative talk is not limited to two players. In no way. Gakpo was absolutely awful today. Awful in my opinion. He was nowhere to be seen. You know I like him. You know I'll do my best to defend Cody Gakpo. I find it very hard to defend that because there was nothing to defend. That was one of his weakest performances at Liverpool. And I look at the position they were trying to play in. That's the key word there, trying. It didn't work. Gakpo cannot do that. If you play Cody Gakpo, and it changed in the second half when 𝗖𝗵𝗲𝗰𝗀𝗀 came on, and I'm glad it did. If you play Gakpo in this like narrow 4-4-2 thing with two players in behind two strikers, you are completely nullifying and taking away Gakpo's best attribute. If you play him in that further forward position on the left, next to, in this case, Salah, as a left striker, that's what we'll call it, left striker, well, hold on, Gakpo likes to cut inside, outside the box, onto his right foot and shoot far right, keeper's left. If you're so close to the goal, you can't get the ball out of your feet, you've not got enough room. You can't fashion and create that chance for yourself and go and have a shot on your own. A lot of the time, Gakpo got the ball today, as bad as he was, I did kind of feel sorry for him in that he doesn't want to be a hold-up player. He would get in the ball with a centre-back to his back, and be it Hill, I think it was Hill or 𝗖𝗵𝗲𝗀𝗀. And Gakpo don't want to be that guy. He wants a bit of room. He wants to start wide, Gakpo, and a bit deeper, and take the ball and drive and run with it into the box and try and curl one in. That's his regular copy and paste tactic. I will concede that it's very formulaic, and he has no plan B, Gakpo, and that is his biggest weakness. But listen, today he had no plan A or plan B because it was completely nullified. He had a poor game today, and then you could put Gakpo in that position just behind where he played today and where 𝗍𝗏𝗏 played. And again, you're too narrow. He needs to be further out the side. And I think in the second half, actually I thought the second half, the last 20, I think we could have scored that third goal. I think we were actually okay at creating something. I mean, in and around the edge of the box, it wasn't good enough. Ultimately, we didn't score and we didn't create any big chances today. Of note, like massive ones. But I thought Gakpo nearer the left of the pitch looked better than centrally, in my opinion. Still unacceptable. That was still an awful display from Gakpo. And today, I think a lot of people looked at that lineup and thought, oh, God, not just 𝗖𝗵𝗲𝗀𝗀𝗃, but Gakpo in there. That performance gave a lot of fans, it made a lot of fans go, oh, right, that's not good, is it? Where can we go to now? 𝗖𝗵𝗲𝗃. Guys, as always, I jump into the chat around 20 minutes on these. I really appreciate all the comments and the likes. Certainly, I can see the super chats flooding in. It's mental, guys. I'm just going to dump all my thoughts and then we'll jump into the comments. So stick with me until about 20 minutes in here. I need to speak about 𝗖𝗵𝗲𝗃. I think that's one of the big talking points here. In fact, I will jump into the chat just to see what you're all saying. Would you have started 𝗖𝗵𝗃 or not? Assuming or bearing in mind his record in terms of availability this year, been stop and start at times. He plays every game. And for most of it as well, certainly since Isak's gone out. All that in mind, would you have started him today? I understand what Arne Slot did in not playing him. To be fair, I did. I would have brought him on at half-time, to be honest. I agree with Slot in that he shouldn't have started. If he didn't think he was right, I always think in terms of, you can give your opinion on who should start in a game. But in terms of rotation and how a player feels, we don't know that. We don't know how heavy a player's legs are feeling or how intense they've worked in the week before. Or 𝗕𝗕 is playing every game. That's a fact. He's playing every game for like the full 90 for a lot of them. I understand, and I don't have a gripe with Arne Slot for playing 𝗕𝗕. For not playing 𝗕𝗕, sorry. I do think he should have come on at half-time, for what it's worth, albeit for an extra 15, 20 minutes, whatever that was, compared to what he did play. We looked a better team with him in the team, and that's the case every single week, right? He is our game plan. He is our system. One player. I think 𝗧𝘖 was interesting today. I saw him in the first 20, and you're thinking, wow, he made a great run into the box. A great run. I thought, okay, could you have had a shot at times in that game? Yeah. Yeah, he put a bit of a grey cloud over that performance for me. He had some nice touches, but it's like, what are we doing here? Nice touches. How many times have I gone, 𝗧𝘖's has had nice touches? It's not good enough. I'll get heat for that. I don't care. That's not good enough. In my opinion, you've got to take more responsibility. When it ain't working, which it hasn't been for the season, let's just not forget that. So to an extent, I understand his lacking performance and worse performance than we're expecting is obviously explained by the team's performance. I get that. But when it ain't working for 100-odd million quid, shouldn't you be kind of doing something and changing the game and shooting? Like, maybe I'm coming across blunt there. Maybe he did have a decent game in your opinion. I thought he was bang average today, and I thought he didn't shoot nearly enough. He's gun shy. Don't pull the trigger enough, 𝗧𝘖. He's mild. He's good enough. Of course he's good enough. Doesn't shoot. Big issue. Start talking to Dominik Szoboszlai. Just let it, just ask, how do I shoot it? Press B, you know what I mean? Press B on your pad. 𝗧𝘖 don't shoot enough. And he should do because he's good enough. That was one of his weakest games at Liverpool, in my opinion, today. Nowhere near good enough. We could go around the whole team here. 𝗕𝗿𝗄𝗃, what can you say about 𝗕𝗿𝗄𝗃? What can you say? I felt sorry for him for that 10 minutes. I think this is a big talking point, actually, so we'll go through it now. Look how red I am. That's what this club does to me, man. Look at that. People often comment like, "Why are you so red?" I'm like, I don't control that. You know, I don't choose to be this red. I have a button here that I can switch, like turn it up. Yeah, let's talk about 𝗕𝗿𝗄𝗃. I felt sorry for him because there were a 10-minute spell in that game, maybe 5 minutes. 10 minutes a bit much, where Gomez goes down injured. We'll come on to Gomez in a minute. Oh my god, I'm going to explode. We have 10 men for 5, 6, maybe 7 minutes in that game. We're playing out the back. We're trying to fashion chances. We're trying to put something together. 10 men. Boot the ball out of the pitch. Like, what are we doing here? Trying to play rondo around players. And people on Twitter were like, well, that's Arne Slot's fault. Arne Slot's got to tell someone to... You were telling Alisson to boot the ball out. I can't believe how... That's incompetence. I'm sorry, that is incompetence. And that goes back to what I was saying. The lack of characters in this team. What are you doing? What are you doing? And they go and score. Mental, in my opinion, mate. Mental. What do I know? I mean, maybe you don't see that the way I see that, but I think that was shocking. Shocking game management. Oh, we're onto game management. Here we go. Let me get a drink here. Here we go, game management. Talk to me. This will be fun. What was... Yeah. I'm just thinking of all the games in my head. How many more were there last-minute goals? I can think of 5. Crystal Palace away, Leeds away, Fulham away, Chelsea away, Bournemouth away. Are there more? Are you not entertained? Late goals in every game. What, 2 of them, 3 of them being... 3 of them actually, Leeds was a set-piece. All set-piece goals. Leave a like. It happens every... Yeah, away. Someone just said they're all away games. They are. Is that linked? I don't know. For me, they're all linked in terms of we have no characters and no bottle in this team. We're soft as out. Half of our team would fall over if the wind picked up. We have no, like, self-awareness, like, kind of realisation of what the game state's in. Firstly, the ball's gone out for a throw-in. That in itself is nonsense. Look at that Crystal Palace game. I have nightmares of that Palace game. Who was it at the back post? 𝗕𝗕𝗿𝗃. Oh my god. Will Hughes wins that first knock-on, someone else wins it, and then 𝗕𝗕𝗃 scores. The fact we give a throw-in the first place is nonsense, and no one talks about that. That could have been stopped, that goal, at source. Forget coming into the box. It could have been stopped in the first place. We give a throw away in the last minute. And then it comes into the box. Don't deal with it. Yeah, there was maybe a push on Van Dijk in the back, but is that a foul? Is that him being soft? I don't know. I don't care if it was, in fact. Someone's got to get rid of the football. And it happens time upon time again. These simple errors. It's not even that's not an error, is it? That is not an error. That is being to the ball second on multiple occasions. Not the first time, by the way, that ball came into the box today. We didn't deal with it. And this season, extend that to this season. Guys, there's 300 people in here. If every single person left a like down below, we'd have 300 likes, obviously. Please do. It's entirely free. It helps me out. It pushes the channel out to more people. We grow the community. We do more streams a week because of that. It's entirely free. Leave a like. Thank you very much. That's the only thing I'll ever ask from you is to leave a like on the vid. I really appreciate that. I'll jump into the comments in a few seconds. There's a few more talking points. One of them being Gomez. I mean, Gomez will have plasters on every single part of his body here. If I were Gomez, I'd have like a wall chart and like thigh. Like, no, I'm not making fun of injuries because he's been so unlucky with injuries, right? But it's so frustrating. You got to understand that it's so frustrating as a fan to have a player who is so clearly a good footballer when he's fit. But you've always got to caveat Gomez by that when he's fit asterisk thing in quotations. What did he injure today? I don't even know. And in fairness, it wasn't a muscle injury. He didn't pull up. He didn't extend his knee over. I don't, it wasn't a bone thing. It was just contact, which is not a recurring thing. And I mean, I thought like Alisson's injured Gomez, and now Endo's coming on. I mean, end of season now. We had a right back and our right back and centre back were both midfield players at one point. End of season now. Remember Gakpo last week running with one shoe on? That was bad enough. To be fair, nothing will ever top that. That will define our season, in my opinion. That. What was I then? Yeah, Gomez injured again. Bring in a centre-back. Bring in a centre-back now. I assume Hughes and Edwards and all them lot are watching this. Part of the 300 people in here. Bring a centre-back in now. Bring a right-back in if you want. Or a left-back. Liverpool fans actually ain't asking for much here. I know it sounds really greedy. Bring a defender in. Come on, pull your finger out your ass and spend some money. Like, Liverpool have spent like £400 million in the summer. A lot of money. We're not asking for a Van de Ven in January. We're not asking for a 𝗙naté replacement. We are asking for, fact, a third-choice centre-back to come in and fill in when the likes of Gomez go down injured, when the likes of 𝗙naté misses a game due to personal reasons. We cannot mitigate for that. We chuck Endo back there. We told Endo today, Endo, you've got your gum shield on you. He goes, yes. Stick it in. You're going on at centre-back. And he actually looked a better player than Van Dijk at times. Gravenberch played at centre-back today. Endo played at centre-back. Who's going to play the next week? I don't know. How long's Gomez out for? I assume, I don't know how long 𝗙naté is going to take off, and he can take all the time in the world as far as I'm concerned. Devastating what he's going through right now. Thoughts with 𝗙naté, because, yeah, Jesus. We need a defender. Just look at the facts. Gomez goes down more than 𝗵𝗲 Khalifa. Bradley out. Leone out. Ramsey you don't trust. Robertson's off to Spurs. We have Van Dijk. We have 𝗙𝗍𝗄, Van Dijk, 𝗙naté, Frimpong for the season. There's 4 players to play in 4 positions. Chuck in Gomez as well, half of Gomez. 4.5. We have 4.5 defenders. If you think that's good enough, Hughes, or whoever's watching this, I know you're not, then you need to listen to me. Bring in a defender now. Are you going to go and step in there? Why don't you go and play there? Thought not. We're a mess. Obviously, nothing good can come from a Gomez injury, and I really do hope it's not significant, but if any positive, which again it can't, if any positive can come from that, it's that he might maybe realise now, when he has a brief look at the game on his flash score, is that Endo playing centre-back? Yeah, it is, mate. Yeah, it is. This is going to happen game upon game if you don't sort it out. Bring someone in. We're not asking for trees to be pulled up. We're asking for £10 million to be spent on a player who's played football before. 𝗪𝗏 today were best centre-half on the pitch by miles. 𝗪𝗏. Did you watch my video on 𝗪𝗏? Go back on the stream, on the channel. Go back 4 videos ago. Why Liverpool should sign Marcos 𝗪𝗏. On my TikTok, why Liverpool should sign I'm not just saying these things for a laugh. This guy's out of contract in the summer. He's a fantastic distributor of the ball. As shown today, their goal comes from 𝗪𝗏. That flat pass straight over the top. I don't know. I'm gonna jump into the comments because I've got 4 super chats waiting, guys. I can't wait to read these. I'm really excited. But thank you for bearing with for that 25 minutes while I just dump my thoughts out. I will be interacting with the comments, so please do chuck your thoughts in there now on how we played, any questions you've got, and we'll jump into the comments. If you're new around here, by the way, please do subscribe. It's the big red thing underneath. I think you get notified every time I go live and upload. I'll be going live a lot more soon, so every like and all that, it goes towards, well, the camera. That's a new camera, bought 3 days ago, and I'm saving up for a PC, so this can be all proper, and I can have graphics on, and everything does go back into the channel, as you can see by the background. As you can see by the building, the house is not specifically from this channel, but from other social stuff. I have a house now, which is great. I have a setup, I have a camera. The next thing's the PC. Please leave a like, and I'll be on the way there. Let's jump into these 5 super chats, guys. Thank you very much. The first one is from KCB4U. Is that one of them weird ones where you've told me to say something there? KCB4... Like, for you is like one of them, for you. B4U. Or that's going to be something funny that someone's made me say. Before you. KCS before. I don't want to say it. I think he's got me saying something there. But thank you for your £2. Slot has to go. I don't disagree. Listen, the thing is with that, I'm not slot out. Not crazy, right? I know, I'm still not slot out. It takes a lot for me to boo a manager and to say a manager should leave at Liverpool. But if he went tomorrow, if he went tonight, I would not be annoyed. I would look at it and go, I entirely get why that's happened. And I'm sure a lot of people would agree. Thank you, mate, for the donation. 5 from James Gallagher, mate. James is a long-term supporter and member on the stream. He's been around here for ages. I really appreciate you, James. Excuse me. Missed last few streams. Split my eyebrow. Bloody hell. We were shit today. How 𝗕𝗿𝗄... yeah, 𝗕𝗿𝗄 was poor. Van Dijk was poor. Slightly made up for it with a goal. That's the thing with Van Dijk. It's like, Van Dijk has probably today was his worst game at Liverpool. One of them. Say top 3. Easy, right? And he scored. And he scored a goal. Imagine if he didn't score. That would have been an all-time howler. James, thank you for the 5. Really appreciate you as always. Underground Wizard, again, another long-term viewer on the channel. A Man City fan, so I appreciate you jumping in, mate. Szoboszlai's head must be hot after surrounded by trash and a poor performance and trying to carry the team on his back for the whole season. Cheers for the 5. I agree with what you said entirely. Szoboszlai scored as a consolation goal. What do you call that? What am I doing here? Not a consolation goal. Basically, what I'm trying to say is he spooned down and started out the shite. Basically, until it didn't matter, until it didn't mean anything because they eventually scored and it meant nothing. Yeah, he does it every week. Does it every week. Look at all the big moments from Szoboszlai this year. Literally 4 days ago, scores a free kick to get us off and running. Scores a free kick today. Scores a free kick against Arsenal. Against Newcastle has a massive involvement in that goal. Arguably the biggest involvement in that goal. It didn't even touch the ball. Because he stepped over it at the last minute. That composure, I loved that. Big performances against... You could list every single team. Genuinely, you could list every team this year. He's been our best player in probably every game. He's amazing. We need to tie him down with a long-term contract. Big time. Thank you for your donation, mate, as always. Jaden Sam 06. Hope you're well, mate. I think you got to question 𝗕𝗄 performance in terms of finishing. I know 𝗕𝗿𝗄 started, but almost all the attack was subpar today. Lucky to score 2. Yeah, I agree we're lucky to score 2. I don't know about Hugo. I mean, God, if you lined everyone up and said, you know, and give them the belt, like in old school days, Hugo would be at the back of the... he'd be at the bottom. I'm not going to... Yeah, I can't question any performance from 𝗕𝗿𝗄, unfortunately. I question Arne Slot not starting him, but at the same time, if he was injured, a slight injury, I get that. If he was slightly fatigued and you're just managing minutes and using him a bit more sparingly, I also understand that. This is a player who's played every game this year, especially when Isak's been injured. He's been heavily relied on, and he's had his problems with... he had a couple injuries, only minor ones, though. Yeah, I don't know. I find it very hard to disagree with Slot in terms of managing minutes, because he knows the players and how they are. And the players know how they are, and they'll have told him. Do you know what I mean? Like, I imagine if 𝗕𝗿𝗄 was 100% ready to go today, he'd have played. I think. I don't know. What do I know? I'm sat here in my room. Thank you for your donation. We have a donation from 𝗖𝗵𝗲𝗰𝗀𝗋 246. I'll try to remember that name. Slot's tendency to demand a small squad and complain about depth is maddening. I love that word. He either makes no subs or makes decisions like taking out Frimpong. Yeah, thank you for your comment. What was your name again? Easy. As a joke, easy to remember. He's called, and I forgot it. No. Slot's tendency. Yeah, I just read that. I agree. I think at Feyenoord they had quite a thin squad as well, unless I'm mistaken there. Yeah, I mean, we brought in, what, 5 players in the summer, but we also sold like 7. Or we sold 8. Our squad got smaller. It got more tight-knit, didn't it? Yeah, makes no subs. We looked leggy today. We did look leggy. Frimpong, I thought, had an average game. I don't think he was very good, to be fair. I do agree, though, if you take a right-back out, you need a right-back to come on. You can't put Szoboszlai in there. We look a worse side every time this season. Szoboszlai's moved to right back every single time. We look so weak in midfield. The only time he's had a big impact on the team at right back was the 2 games that he started there against Newcastle and Arsenal, and that was it. He's not a right back. I get we're light on numbers here, so he gets a free pass in my eyes for playing him there. But I'd rather Jones there than Szoboszlai. You need to keep your best players in their best roles. Szoboszlai's the best player. Play him in midfield. But thank you for your 5, mate. Vincent, mate, thank you very much. A £10 donation. That's one of the highest we've ever had. There's a tenner towards your PC. Brilliant, thank you. Yeah, that PC is exciting because I can get all the graphics on. I can get the team lineup as well on there. Basically, it's quite a cool little feature. And hopefully the camera should sync with the mic. So only need, well, the PC's like £2,000. So just send 200 more of them at Vincent. Don't. But thank you very much for your 10. Really do appreciate that, mate. Thank you. We've had another one come in since I've read them. Have I missed one? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. 6 super chats, guys. I really do appreciate it. Thank you very much. We're going to jump into the comments, and I'm going back to 8:52 p.m. to see what we've got here. Max Payne. What's driving me crazy is the players aren't terrible, but still they are playing like they have no energy, no passion. One thing that Klopp had was his connection to the players. I don't disagree with you. I don't want to see Gakpo in the team. A lot of people don't, and today does not back his corner very well, does it? Like, that was a really bad argument he made himself there. He had the chance there to prove people wrong. He didn't do it. Is Maka saving himself for the World Cup? Well, I bloody hope not. Lost the dressing room. It's a big statement. I don't know. I assumed he had, to be fair. I know it was a big thing to suggest that, but I assumed he had. Then I thought we were unbeaten in, like, what? How many games left? Like 15 odd games, or a lot of games. I thought, well, would a manager who's lost the dressing room, would they go with like 14 unbeaten? Or was it 11? Made that up. At least 10. I don't think they would. But it's another late goal. It's another late losing goal, and another set piece goal. Simple things aren't working, and when your best player in Van Dijk has a game like that today, it rubs off on everyone else. When the guy who sets the tone and the standard has a game like that, everyone else's game drops, and it did today. I don't know if he's lost the players. The fact I'm not even angry shows how awful we are, yeah. Frimpong and good work rate, yeah, but what we're doing here, we can't clap good work rate for me. Frimpong wasn't on his game, and he did create something, yeah. Slotless the dressing room. James, I don't know. I thought he had he had to an extent when Curtis Jones came out on CBS. That's not something that happens really, that. He's not even in leadership group, Curtis Jones. He walked a league with Klopp's hard work. Klopp built it. Wow. You going to build your PC? No, I'd probably buy a PC. I have no idea what is in a PC, to be fair. The players know that the league's gone and they're not playing for this manager. I don't know if it's better he leaves now or at the end of the season. Well, if he leaves now, say it came through now, like he's leaving, who'd you bring in? Because Alonso said he wants a break. Do you bring an interim in? People are saying bring Gerrard in. Bring Gerrard in. Not for me. Got no resume. Not for me. Like, I understand this whole, well, if Gerrard comes in, at least he'll get him fired up. I think if I came in, I'd get him fired. I'm not being funny after that performance today. Yeah, not for me. I'm just seeing if Slot's been sacked. I'm not. Just seeing what people are saying. It's not positive, is it? Okay, let's do this for a fun game. Who was our man of the match today? I mean, Szoboszlai's come out here and said for the first goal. The first goal, I think, was a difficult ball to judge because the wind was tricky. The wind was tricky. Well, why are you blaming Joe Gomez then? Arne Slot said 𝗕liche_𝗁𝗍𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀's substitution was not injured. That makes no sense. 𝗁𝗍𝗀𝗀𝗀 was not injured, but he was in the red zone and at risk of injury. All right. Fair enough. I'm just going through Twitter here. Liverpool have now won 5 of their last 18 Premier League games. It's the fewest wins over 18 matches under a single Liverpool manager since Kenny Dalglish won 5 of his final 18 in charge in 2011. Wowzers. Wowzers. I think there is an absolute lack of not self-awareness, just like acceptance, just blaming yourself basically. All the players ran over to the referee. Arne Slot runs over to the ref after conceding the third goal. He pushed me. It's not a playground. Yeah, he pushed him, in my opinion, and maybe it was a foul. Maybe that was hard done by. I think Liverpool. I think the ref, by the way, was terrible in that game for both teams. I thought we got away with a few. I thought they got away with a few. But surely someone in that box has to clear the ball. Take some account. That's the right word. Take some accountability and boot the ball out. The last minute again, we concede again. What do I know? Gerrard, why not as an yeah, but you're saying that it can't get any worse. Yeah, but if I came in, right, it probably could get worse. Or if you like, Gerrard's resume, aside from Rangers, is pants. That would not be a managerial appointment in terms of keeping him with the ambition of keeping him as long term. It would be very much what Man United do with Carrick. Like Man United brought Carrick in, adamant they will not give him a long-term contract, even if he does really well. That for me should be the same as Gerrard. I worry. This is where I am. I worry if we bring Gerrard in as an interim. One, if he fails, it will tarnish his legacy and who he is. Personally, is the argument that Gerrard is that big of a player and has done that much for us anyway that he could take us down and it wouldn't really take, obviously exaggerating, but he could do bad at Liverpool and it wouldn't tarnish his legacy. Maybe that's the argument, but I don't want to do that. The second one is this: if Gerrard does really well, I would not want to give him the permanent job, to be fair, because his resume is not very good. Not very good, to put it nice, because I like him. It's poor. It's absolutely poor to none. Aside from Rangers. The only reason Gerrard should be in there is because he played for the team before. Not wrong, that's an absolute fact. He knows the club, he knows the standards of the club and what's expected from every player, and he could probably rally the troops a bit. Certainly more so than Arne Slot's doing. But again, I feel like I could rally the troops more than Arne Slot's doing and get them to pull the finger out their ass. But then again, do we need that? Maybe the argument is, well, some of these players don't even need rallying up. It's just formation, tactically, we're fucked. And Arne Slot's the one controlling that. If you bring Gerrard in, a manager who's won nothing, well, obviously won a trophy with discarding Rangers, did nothing, failed in the Premier League before, bad. Tactically, is he there? I would say no. To be honest, do you bring Gerrard in to support Slot and bring him in as like not an assistant? We've got one, like I don't know. For me, no. Again, no. I am on Arne Slot or Alonso. I'm on nothing in between. Nothing in between. Call me boring, but it's like Tottenham, right? I know Tottenham are obviously they're at the brink of disaster. Spurs, they all want the manager gone. I see exactly why. But like they wanted him gone maybe a couple of months back at times, a few of them, certainly weeks back, but then they had no idea of who was going to replace him, who was going to come in. Now, I get it, they're in a relegation fight almost, you have to get rid of him, I don't care who's coming in, anyone's better than Frank. But like a couple of months ago, who was going to come in? They had no replacement. Was it 𝗕𝗏 𝗏𝗃𝗃? Is it 𝗕𝗏 𝗏𝗃𝗃 now, I mean, at Spurs, because he's the replacement, right? He's the assistant, sorry. We've had another £5 donation from William Hogan. Xabi could do so much with his team and fans. However, not Slot's fault that we kept ball. Yeah, it was a joke. That's, in my opinion, why that game today wasn't an Arne Slot. One of the games this year that has not been solely on the manager was today, in my opinion. I think the players had more of a hold on that game, and what went wrong, I think, was more down to them. Individually, I thought some of the players did not perform at all. Some of the big players, the big personalities, the leaders in our team didn't perform. And when they don't perform, when the core of your team, the guys who have been maintaining the level for years, when they stop playing, everyone goes down. And Salah, Van Dijk, awful today. Thoughts on 𝗕𝗵𝗲𝗰𝗀𝗀, someone said. Thank you for that £5, by the way, William. I really appreciate that. He had a good... Well, he has a good game every time he comes on. But then again, I feel like I'd have a good game coming on for 𝗕𝗏𝗄 compared to him. At the moment, I like 𝗕𝗏𝗄, I keep saying that, but he's not been it recently. I think he needs to come out of the team for a couple of weeks. None of this, like, he'll start there, not start there. Especially when 𝗕𝗵𝗲𝗀 is coming on and really showing him, isn't he? As soon as he came on, right? As soon as 𝗕𝗵𝗲𝗀 came on, Adam Smith's shorts turned brown. Shit himself. Adam Smith, whoever it was there. Wasn't even Adam Smith, was it? It was, thingy. What's he called? 𝗵𝗏𝗲. Was it 𝗵𝗏𝗲? To be honest, I've forgotten that game entirely. 𝗖𝗿𝗿𝗀 for 1042. We should cash in on 𝗕𝗏𝗄 and Salah this month while we still can. Interesting. Maybe we could get 150 million for 150 million. Are you adding to that yourself, mate? Because, yeah, wowzers. Thank you for the £5. I really appreciate it, 𝗖𝗿𝗿𝗀. If the day we get 150 million for 𝗕𝗏𝗄 and Salah combined is the day this channel goes and is deleted. 150 mil. Be lucky to get 30. Excuse me. No, you'll do well to get, like, honestly, you'll do well to get 80 million combined. To be honest. Be lucky to get a pack of what's yeah. Slot had 23 games and we look average. If you think a manager should stay, yeah, okay. $50 for both, yeah, mate. It's not fair for 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗃 to come in this team. I mean, yeah, if anyone, if this reflects good on anyone, it's 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗃. If this adds to his already decent profile in terms of the month, I think he's had a good month. I think last month was better. In my opinion, honestly, in December, he had a really strong month, and in January, the start of Jan, aside from a couple mistakes, and I look back at Fulham, I'd say he made a mistake for that goal because he was dragged in by 𝗵𝗏𝗏𝗃 and he stepped into midfield, although you can go into whose fault that was. Maybe it wasn't his. Aside from that, he had a really good month of Jan/Feb. December/Jan. And he comes out the team today and we lose. So, just saying. No, I'm not implying 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗃 is the answer. I'm definitely not. Honestly, though, at times today, Endo looked a better centre-half than Van Dijk. I think Endo did okay, to be honest. It wasn't only just chucked in there, last minute, didn't expect to play, but he was playing centre-half. I thought he did okay. Like, if we're slagging players off now, which is what we are, Endo's not going to be one of them, in my opinion. I heard Bayern wanted 70... Yeah, I saw that, 75 mil for Bayern. 75 mil for 𝗕𝗏𝗄 from Bayern. Mental, mate. Just give us Diaz back. You know what I mean? But that's never happening, in my opinion, 𝗖𝗿𝗿𝗀𝗃. I don't think so. That's ludicrous money. Guys, please do leave a like. It's entirely free. Just a big thumbs up there. Just press it and you're done. That's locked in now. We want to try and hit 100 likes on every stream. I reckon we could do it today. There's 331 people in here. to the person, please do leave a like. It entirely helps me out more than anything else. It pushes the video out and the channel out to more people. We grow as a channel. I upgrade the setup and the camera, and it all goes back into the channel. The camera's new, the background's new. That's proof I'm investing back into myself and the channel. So please do leave a like. It's entirely free. Should we drop Van Dijk? No, we shouldn't. I guarantee you this. The conversations in our fan base will be regarding Van Dijk being stripped of captaincy. I guarantee that'll be happening on Twitter, on TikTok. It's a nonsense debate. Van Dijk should not be stripped of captaincy because of one bad game and a bad Liverpool season. He's a very good centre-back who has done a lot for this club. And I don't think that standard has dropped too far to warrant him being stripped of captaincy. My only argument would be the standard of Szoboszlai is maintaining, if not increasing, every week. I almost feel like, say, in terms of how good they are, and in terms of leadership, in terms of what they represent, Van Dijk's probably here, Szoboszlai came into the team here. I actually don't think Van Dijk now and Szoboszlai are that far away in terms of their impact on the team as a leader, vocally, I imagine. The example they set on the pitch, coming out into the media and really owning it and owning up for mistakes from the team. Like, I'm seeing equal amount from Szoboszlai as Van Dijk. You cannot argue against that. But I feel like Van Dijk hasn't so much dropped. Maybe he has dropped a bit, but I think Szoboszlai has just really, really stepped up this year, and that gap is being closed from Szoboszlai's behalf, for me. What kind of PC do you want? Just anything that streams, mate. Anything that I can stream and edit my videos on. There's one that's like 1.7 grand, so I'll probably save up for that. Might have a lot of live streams to do, but yeah, that should be the one. Anything really, anything that's decent and can run OBS. We should be getting reinforcements for centre back. I agree entirely. Do you see Slot being sacked? I don't see him being sacked. No. Can you stop spamming, mate, please? Thank you. When Leonie's back next season, I can see him being a starting centre-back. Yeah, possibly, honestly. But who knows? Like, these injuries are an absolute killer, and I'd love nothing more than to see Leonie bounce back first game and just tear it up in the Premier League. But some players get that injury, and I mean, I'm not trying to speak this into existence, but it doesn't feel that it's not the same, is it? God, I hope that's not the case for Leonie. That game, actually, in fact, it was amazing. Was it Southampton? What a performance. So unlucky, and I hope for his sake, this is a one-off injury. Like, look at Van Dijk, he had an injury, like a long-term one. Came back a better player, if anything. Like, you still can't be born. Will you beat 𝗕𝗏𝗃? You spelled 𝗕𝗏𝗃 wrong, mate. Quite embarrassing on your behalf. Unlucky, mate. And no, I don't think so. Missed a few donations. Oh, we missed a few donations. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Excuse me. Did I? Aha! One from William. I think we just missed one. William, thank you for your two, mate. I wouldn't mind 𝗕𝗏𝗃 being sort of third choice. Yeah, I think that's a sensible downgrade for him. And it won't be a third choice as in, like, you're limited to there. You must play third choice every game. I think you could definitely start some games and rotate with the second choice. I don't think he's been that bad this season in the back end. In the last month, certainly, I think he's had a decent few games, to be honest with you. Do you think we'll finish top four? I do, just because I think the league's terrible, to be fair. I mean, we're like fourth now. We've done nothing. Why Salah play 90? I've got no one else over, really. Was Chiesa on the bench? I have a feeling Slot is going to be sacked tomorrow. No, but everything I'm hearing in media is like they're behind Slot, the hierarchy are fully behind him, and they've had a meeting and they've addressed issues. I can't see him being sacked. The only thing for me that will sack him is being knocked out of the Champions League early. Like, first round of the knockouts. Virgil van Dijk are familiar faces for 𝗕𝗏𝗃. Do you think we'll finish top four? I've read that one. Not at all. Salah's a legend. Do you think we'll do business in January? I honestly don't think we'll do business in January, because that's what we see at Liverpool every day. That's what we're seeing I take that back, but that's what we've seen in this season so far. In the last 24 days, Liverpool haven't been linked to a soul. Mark Gay, who we had vague links to in all through from September to now, vague links. He was like interested more so by Chelsea and by Bayern Munich and Arsenal, and Man City obviously went there in the end. Real Madrid, we were like fifth fiddle in that. Like, this guy was half in a Liverpool shirt on the deadline day, and we're nowhere to be seen. That tells me this is not going to happen. That tells me we're signing no one, no centre back. Put up your Cash App link or Zelle. People donate. Mate, I can't ask for people's money, mate. Unfortunately. Listen, it's not the end of the world in terms of not having a PC right now. I've got a MacBook Air. I've had it for bloody years. It runs this all right. I just think I can have loads of graphics. And the thing is, the problem is this: I've bought a new camera. It was like $1.5 grand, a bit more than that. But it doesn't look very good with the laptop because the laptop can only process so much. So I can't even use it in 4K, basically. So I probably should have bought the PC first, annoyingly, but we are where we are. It's investment. You know, we chuck more money in. Another £5 from 𝗖𝗿𝗁𝗏, mate. Thank you very much. If Bayern were going to give 75 mil and Saudi give a decent chunk for Salah, I don't think 100. I mean, possibly. I disagree with you. 150. 100 mil, I could maybe see, but they won't be worth it. No one's paying 100 for Salah anymore. Nowhere near, mate. But yeah, the 75 for Gakpo. Gakpo's not worth 75 mil. That'd be crazy to pay that, in my opinion. 𝗖𝗿𝗁𝗏, thank you for your support, mate. I really appreciate it. Do you think Arsenal will beat United comfortably? I don't. No, I don't. I think I can see a 2-1 there, or a 3, maybe not 3-2, maybe 2-1 Arsenal for me. Listen, if United play the same as the City game, they'll be all right. I do think that 𝗵𝗿𝗁𝗏 game against City does take away from United a bit, doesn't it? Do you reckon United fans are watching that thinking, and he's actually shit? Did we just win for no reason? I don't know. Van Dijk can't play week in, week out. I don't think that's a reason, mate, to be honest. He's been fine till now. I don't think that's an excuse. There were rumours about 𝗖𝗵𝗲𝗰𝗀 being a routing target. Yeah, I saw that. I think it'll be some of that. We haven't won a league game in 2026. Should be sacked. I work for. I'm not too sure on the website, but yeah, that'd be great, mate. Thank you. Just DM me on Instagram, 𝗕𝗿𝗄𝗏 LFC or 𝗕𝗿𝗄𝗏_. I've got 2 accounts. Any help would be great, mate. Thank you very much. Do you reckon we get Alonso? I don't at this point in time, to be fair. I think he's having a break. What do you think's the main reason to our downfall this season, in my opinion? Yes, I agree. We've gone very top heavy. We're like a gym athlete who's only done arms. Liverpool, just like on these little legs that are like keeping us up like this, like falling over, like we're shaking in the wind. These legs. We're bad at the back. We're really weak back there. We're a big club that acts like a small club. Arne Slot needs to start playing kids. Will Wright is there. Yeah, he scored. Who was it who scored 3 goals against Arsenal the other day? Was it I forgot his name. Right winger. He played for us in Cup. Completely forgot his name, but yeah, Will Wright played and scored, I think. I can't believe the lack of discipline in this team, says Rory. I'm getting so frustrated seeing the same high number of useless fouls being committed every single game. It ruins so many attacks. It's annoying. Yeah, this midfield has no bite, in my opinion. There's no characters in the midfield. No Henderson, no Milner. And I said at the start of the stream, people really laugh at that. What, you've not replaced Henderson? What do you mean you've not replaced him? It's true. Or Fabinho as a number 6, as a natural number 6 who's going to hold and sit there and break up these counter-attacks. How many of them balls today did we have over the top? From 𝗖𝗵𝗲𝗰𝗀𝗏, from the right back, I keep forgetting his bloody name, Jimenez. We're just there for the taking. Burnley, last week, that ball from the middle, left channel into the past Konaté, that shouldn't be getting there. Trim is not that bad. No, well, the front's too short, but it's going to grow. It was that bad at the start. I can only say, listen, just do the best you can. And he sorted me right out, to be fair. But the front, I need to grow it. Right, listen, guys. I was considering before going live again tonight because I've got a lot to talk about, but I'm gonna leave it there because I've been live for 54 minutes, the longest I've ever done a live this. It's been a great live stream. There's been nearly 300 people in here consistently. Three things from me to end it on this. I've got two other channels. Dart Days, a darts YouTube channel, and 𝗕𝗿𝗄𝗏, the podcast. Myself and Callum launched a Premier League podcast out every Tuesday. We film Mondays to go out to Tuesday. We've got a YouTube channel. We're on Spotify. There's 3 episodes there now. In any way, shape, or form, if you could help me, check out Dart Days on YouTube. You'll genuinely enjoy it as well. Not just saying that to get you on there. I think you'll enjoy it once you watch an episode. Like, you'll be hooked, in my opinion. And I'm not trying to bout my own, lick my own ass there, but it's really good stuff. And the 𝗕𝗿𝗄𝗏 pod is a really good podcast, in my opinion. I think you'll enjoy it. The third thing I'll say is this. Thank you. Thank you for everything. And leave a like. If you enjoyed this in any capacity, leave a like down below. Entirely free. It means a lot. It helps push the channel out more so than I think anything, actually. I think it's the biggest mover in terms of a channel going up or down. Smash the like button down below. Get involved straight away in the comment section once this video has been posted on YouTube. I'll be jumping in there, replying to you all. Thank you so much to everyone in there today. All the nice comments and the donations. 12 donations today. That was a mega stream at the expense of Liverpool being terrible. For my short form reactions, TikTok, Instagram, check them out. Leave a like, subscribe as well. Nice one, guys. See you next one. I'll see you tomorrow for another live stream.